Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 9 and we are going to explain about teaching reading. And our members is me, Nabella, and there are Nur Wasi'ani and Farkhan Hidayat. And there are 4 basics of teaching reading. First is definitions of reading itself. Second is types of reading, and the third is strategies for teaching reading, and the last is reading in the classroom. And first of all, let me explain about what is reading. According to DIN 2013, reading is more than seeing words clearly, more than pronouncing printed words correctly, and more than recognizing the meaning of isolated words. Reading requires you to think and you feel. And there are 2 types of reading. First is intensive reading, and second is extensive reading. Intensive reading is an activity that is carried out carefully and thoroughly on the text that is read. And for the extensive reading is a technique used to get a general understanding of a subject and includes reading longer discourse text for pleasure. So we can conclude that the differences between intensive reading and extensive reading. The intensive reading is we are reading in detail with specific learning aims and tasks. This is what we will do in the class. So the sentence is specific. And for the extensive readings, it's like we're reading longer text. For example, books. For example, when we are reading a books for pleasures and to develop general reading skills. And like this sentence, you will do this by yourself outside of the class. So that's the differences of the intensive and extensive reading. And the next, the material will explain by Wasia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Wasi'ani and I'm in here to explain about strategic teaching reading and reading in the classroom step 1. Okay, the first I will explain about strategic teaching reading. In the first, you can activate prior knowledge. Prior to each reading passage, it is beneficial to engage the readers in an activity that gets them thinking about what they already know about the topic of the reading. And then, number 2 is cultivate vocabulary. Word webs are a very good activity for building students' vocabulary skills. Begin by writing a key concept in the middle of the chalkboard. For example, if the keyword is music, student could create a word similar to the one in. Number 3, teach for comprehension. The class reads a portion together and the teacher models the inference that can be made while reading. As the class continues reading together, the teacher asks the student to verbalize the inference that they are making. And number 4 is increase reading rate. One successful activity is called repeat reading. Students read a short passage over and over again until they achieve criterion levels of reading rate and comprehension. And number 5, verify reading comprehension. Think aloud protocol in a quick format get learner to identify the strategies that they use while reading. And then the last, number 6, is evaluate progress. Reading journals are an effective way to evaluate reading progress. Students make a journal entry each day. They respond to different questions based on different areas of focus they are working on in class. And then the next is reading in the classroom. Let's now consider how this concept takes effect in the classroom. The reading that follows is a passage from Active Skill for Reading, Book 1, Anderson, 2002. This material is intended for high beginning level readers in a non-US context. Okay, step 1. Before the teacher asks the student to read the passage, the following 5 true or false questions are addressed. Activate prior knowledge. Step 1. Uh, example, chicken soup is a good remedy for a cold. True or false? Number 2. Eating chocolate can cause skin problems. True or false? Number 3. A vegetarian diet is low in protein. True or false? Number 4. Coffee is better for you than tea. True or false? And then the last, bread and potatoes are not fattening foods. True or false? Okay, that's my explain about reading today. Thanks for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farkhan Hidayat. I would like to present to you about reading in the classroom for the step 2. Readers can practice the reading skill of scanning the passage to see if the responses to the true or false question were correct. Readers are taught that when we read to find information, we move our eyes very quickly across the text. We don't read every word. We don't stop reading when we see a word we don't understand. We look for the information we want to find. This is called scanning. This reading skill is taught to make sure that readers know how to use the skill of scanning. Okay, that's all from our presentation. If you have question, feel free to ask. Uh, Thanks a lot for the attention and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.